Imagine if we didn't have our physical bodies and we were just like souls somehow that couldn't really see each other, but we could just feel each other and feel each other's presence. I guess sometimes I feel lost in this world. Oh my god, Amaran, you're such a fucking crybaby. Hey guys, so today's video is kind of winged. I was going to do like beauty, like favorite. I can't even talk. I can never talk. Like I always stumble over my words. I was gonna do beauty favorites. I have all sorts of products here, but I was like, no, I don't feel like that today. Yeah. Anyways, do we like the lipstick? Can you tell I like purple? Huh? Purple. Anyways, I love this, but that's not the fucking point of this video, Marin. I felt like doing something a little bit more deeper, I guess. I don't even really know what the topic is, but I have this poem, and I figured I'd speak like ideas that come from this poem, and I read this poem. So this poem basically says, so let me get this straight, down to the marrow of the bone, to the monstrous, unsavory truth. We breathe air in a world where the humans are more obsessed with gorgeous bodies that one day rot away than gorgeous souls that weep handsomely like violence into infinity, ? My God, little precious creatures, we, yes we, you and I and he and she, have so many things wrong. So this is basically kind of about how we're so fucking focused on appearances. And I mean, of course I'm guilty of it too. Like, if I see a fucking hot guy, I'll be like, I tapped that. I tapped that. Just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, obviously, but I just find that we don't cherish enough kind people and kind, loving, reflective people. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like I'm like a really kind person, kind loving person, and I just want the best for people. But I am stuck so many times in these situations where I feel like people, well, mostly guys I guess, use me as like for my parents or something, or like because of this stuff. Just kidding. I should probably like cover up, if not that's gonna be the focus of the video. But it's just so, like one of the best experiences I have is when I really connect with someone. Mostly that's mostly like on a friendly level. I haven't really met someone yet who I really connect with romantically. Almost, I guess. Could have been something, but it didn't turn out to be something. But my point is, like, that's what I live for, is connecting with people's souls and really getting to know people personally and not superficially. Like, I feel like this whole world is, sorry, I'm gonna go close that window because it's noisy. I guess I feel like I'm a very true, honest person in a world where there's a lot of superficialness and a lot of fakeness, I guess, and I guess when I'm honest and I'm true to people, I expect that back, and I just don't end up getting it back. Anyways, this video isn't really about me, but just imagine if we judged people based off of just their actions and how they treated you and their soul, basically, just off their soul. Imagine if we didn't have our physical bodies and we were just like souls somehow that couldn't really see each other, but we could just feel each other and feel each other's presence. I'm sounding so like, I don't know, preachy or like Zen, I don't know. Just imagine that. Imagine a world where we literally, like it says in this poem, like I have this hung up on my wall. I love this poem so much. We breathe air in a world where the humans are more obsessed with gorgeous bodies that one day rot away than gorgeous souls that weep handsomely like violence into infinity. So we're more obsessed with how we look than we are, like, how we feel and how we interact. It's just like crazy, like, I don't know, I feel like I have a lot I could say about this, but it's like, I guess sometimes I feel lost in this world. Like, sometimes I feel like, oh my God, Amaran, you're such a fucking crybaby. Sometimes I feel like I don't belong here somehow, like, like, I don't know why I'm fucking, like, I guess this feeling of like all this superficialness around me, like, makes me feel in some way kind of lonely, which is something you don't usually want to admit. Like, I actually want to make a video on loneliness, but you don't want to admit that you're fucking lonely, but it's not, I have lots of friends, I have lots of awesome friends, but there's not that many of those friends that like, I feel like in some sense no one understands me. Like, I can't even explain it myself, but sometimes I just feel like my soul belongs somewhere else, or like, I don't know. I feel like we all feel kind of lost in this world, but like, but when I do find people, and I do have some people I can really talk. This is why I fucking study philosophy and why I want to learn about everything, because I'm trying to understand this shit. And I just, I can't even explain. This is how my mind works. My thoughts are just like, pew, 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 like everywhere. And yeah, I don't know. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I guess, I don't even know what I was saying. And I was getting so emotional about it. Like, makes no sense, Martin. Your mind is fucking... I find it so funny that I was about to say your mind is a fucking squirrel, and then I get distracted by the body motion. That's how my mind works. Let me just check what I was saying. I'm gonna pause the video and check. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is we are so distracted by the appearance of things and how things look that we forget to kind of look deeper and to kind of, a lot of people don't take their time to really discover themselves and to really discover life and stuff, because we're so distracted by appearances. And that's not even just bodies, it's like appearances could be chasing a job just to make a lot of money so you can look good. Like, I have met some people that, you know, say they study business and administration or whatever, and I asked them, well, why are you studying that? They're like, oh, you know, there's a lot of money in it, or just I will get a job at the end. That's like part of appearances in my opinion. That's like, and also of course security, but like rather than really finding what they really like and really going after that, they'd rather just be secure and just like appear to have everything put together. Rather than going into something you actually like, and you know, maybe you'll mess up a little bit, and you know, people would rather take a safe road that appears to be really good than take risks and really live and do what you want and discover yourself. We are just so obsessed with appearances. It's just like crazy, and it causes me, as someone who doesn't chase that, like, I mean, now would someone like come against me and be like, well, look at your Instagram, you're like all about appearances or whatever, or like your makeup, but that's not really what I mean. What I mean is like being true and being honest and chasing what you want to do rather than, you know, doing things because other people think is a good idea or society thinks it's a good idea. Like, that's kind of more what I mean, that we're obsessed with the idea of things, the idea of beauty and all these different things. And also something, why is my wrist fucking hurting so much? But something that goes under that same category is, fuck my fucking wrist. Something that also goes under this category or like this topic is we focus so much, and this is so funny to me. Oh, not funny, this is actually serious shit. But it is kind of turning around though. But we focus so much on fucking physical health, you know, working out, all this stuff. And of course that will affect your mental health as well. But we focus way much more on that, like for history and everything, on physical health than we do on mental health and happiness. And like I said, this is kind of changing now, but like, I honestly think that something we need in school is kind of like a philosophical class or something. Like, it just baffles me that we don't focus more on like our brain and critical thinking and just thinking in general and reflecting, like, that we don't focus more on that shit, like, because that's what we fucking need in this world. We don't need, oh my god, I could say so much and it makes sense in my head. I don't know if it's coming out the right way and I'm scared of saying things wrong, but I feel like I tell, like, me and my friend Ethan, sometimes we say that we're like aliens, because when you feel like you're stuck in a superficial world, you feel like you don't belong here. There's also a legit theory about that this is actually a computer simulation. If you guys want me to talk about that in some video, let me know. So it kind of makes me feel like an alien. I think I've talked about this on my channel before, and it's just, this is why I do cherish those people that I do find that are just true and that, I don't know, they're just kind and just so true. And you know, I do have friends like that. Most of my friends are like that. Like, I wouldn't hang around with people that are just like like I cut out people if they are not good for me or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know where I'm going with this. Just let me know what you guys think about this. I'm gonna post a poem down below. I think I've used this poem on my channel before, but like in light of what I just talked about, I'm just gonna read it again. So let me get this straight. Down to the marrow of the bone, to the monstrous, unsavory truth. We breathe air in a world where the humans are more obsessed with gorgeous bodies that one day rot away than gorgeous souls that weep handsomely like violins into infinity. My God, little precious creatures, we, yes we, you and I, and he and she have so many things wrong. Christopher Poindexter. So I guess, also in light of this poem and this talk, just... That was a vibration from my phone. I just get so distracted. I encourage you to sit down and think about, and these are scary thoughts to have. Think about, who are you? What makes you you? Are you being true to yourself? Are you being true to other people? Are you really trying to listen to what people have to say and really trying to get to know their soul and them as a person? Are you being kind? You know, because some people need that. Also, are you exercising your brain? Are you challenging yourself to grow in different ways? Are you learning new things? You know, like, are you happy? I consider myself pretty happy. I'm confused. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with my life, but I'm happy. I consider myself a good person. I try to always do the best I can with things, with people. So just ask yourself those hard questions and try to be more obsessed with being kind and all these good personality traits and connecting with people. Focus on connecting with people. Speaking of, I had this poem here. I also wanted to read. I love poems, okay? I've actually gotten into the poetry community in Winnipeg and it's pretty nice. So this is Where We Belong, and this is kind of encouraging you to connect more with people, and that's, I live for connecting with people. Like, I'm a very like social butterfly, and I do love talking to people and having really like good conversations and intellectual conversations is one of my favorite things to do ever. So, where we belong. We belong to other people. We belong in their photographs, in their memories, and in their hearts. Because sometimes that is all we have. The idea of wanting to belong to someone who tells us that they need us just as much as we need them. And that is what the meaning of life should be. To feel loved and to give it back, and nothing else. Because honestly, everything else does not matter. Everything else is just a map, and that map might lead us to a hole filled with quiet deserts and empty spaces. So everything else is all of these appearances, kind of, you know? And it says that map might lead us to a hole filled with quiet deserts and empty spaces, you know? There's all sorts of stories about like people that chase like success financially. I say success financially because I do believe there is success happiness-wise, you know, like truly enjoying life. That's success to me. And they end up fucking lonely and depressed. Why the fuck do you think that is? It's because they're chasing appearances. Amen. I'm gonna say bye because I'm just fucking preaching. I hope you guys like this. If you guys want more videos like this, like for example about loneliness, because I want to talk about this shit. Like, we need to talk about shit. Okay, bye.